everybody, it's Ebony JB and I am back with another video. And it has been a minute, it has been a while. It was my birthday month, this July that is just gone. So it's been a very busy month. You know, when it's your birthday month, well, I can only speak for myself, and it's my birthday month. I want to have a great time. I want to celebrate another year of life. And so that's really what I was doing. Reason why I haven't filmed a video in a minute, but I am back and I'm here and I'm ready to get right back into my music reviews and reactions and just discussing and talking my rubbish about music like I love to. What I'm reacting to is going to be a bit late because it's released like a week or so ago. Thought let me put a little casual jacket on. I'm getting a little bit breezy inside my room. I'm going to be reacting to Isaiah Rashads' new album, The House is Burning. And just want to say, like, the title of this video, or the title that I'm going to name this video, is going to be a little bit misleading. Just a tiny little bit, because it says the first time I've listened to him, but it's not. It is the first time I've listened to a whole body of work from him. So that is what I mean. This will be the first album, first body of work I'm listening to him and digesting all in one go. I heard Headshots this year, and Headshots to me has been one of my favorite tracks of the year. It's really great. I really love it. It's such a vibe. There's a lot of meaning to it. It's really good. And I know a track like his 2016 track Smile, another track that I really like. So it's like I've heard him before, heard tracks of him before. I just not ever really sat down and said, hey, let's listen to a whole album of his. So I really want to get into this one because I've heard such great stuff about it.
Whatever gonna keep your mind blown, my nigga maintain the wheel. And get your waist man, pray to God, I heard they got new guys outside in this bitch. Barely Tyler's got, I'm with it. I know what's at your nose, my nigga, for really. Some niggas going down the car.
I really do like Dark Seed, you know, I like the meaning of it. I really talking ultimately about hustle, about survival, you know, a bit like survival of the fittest, constant working, constant grinding. And then it's called Dark Seed. I wonder why it's called Dark Seed, because when I think of Dark Seed being the Marvel kind of DC comic fan I am, I'm thinking of DC, I'm thinking of that kind of antagonist, I'm thinking of that bad guy who literally is like destroyer of worlds and such, like, and I'm thinking of the song. I don't know whether he had any relation to that.
Came out bustin', came out bluffin', came out fucking on your cousin. I do all these flute, it ain't shit. I went shopping, left it running, check my hundreds, check my million. Blue watch cable and my auntie, cause my papa, Mr. Magic, with it, that shit, it's me with that. My eyes, spam it a lot, just hold it down. All I require, just hold it down. They gon' shit talk, she ain't beat on no mouth. Came out bustin', came out bustin', came out bustin', came out bustin'. Wait, Chanel on my feet, yeah, that's full on my C's.
Yeah. Whenever I listen to Lil Uzi Vert now, I just wanna, whenever I listen to Lil Uzi Vert, I just feel like a baddie. Like Lil Uzi Vert is like the male version of like city girls or such. I'm not even saying that because of who he's with right now, but just generally, like, sometimes his flow just makes you feel like a baddie.
I like repetitive beat, I like the way that she move on my feet. I don't even beat, G5, repetitive G. I'm trying to get out of motherfucking cheese. Feed me beats, just like my music, yo bitch, she gon' listen. Came out buzzin', came out buzzin', came out buzzin'. It might triple, she might missile, she might hit you. Free G Walker, that might Cody, that might nigga. BB with it, BB for it. That was your sister, that was my summer. Came out buzzin', came out buzzin', came out buzzin', came out buzzin'.
I do like From the Garden. I feel like Lil Uzi Vert was a really good contribution there. Like wondering how it's gonna fit the beat when you hear the first like 3 seconds of the track. There's a really triumphant sound, a lot of sample, heavy, like rich sounding sample use there. You're thinking like, wow, where's this track going? And then it switches. I like that little bit of a play it did there, sounding so majestic, sounding so regal and royal, and then going to like a kind of grimy, a little more dirty kind of beat. He's just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is gonna accommodate Lil Uzi Vert, and Lil Uzi Vert did his thing just well. Oh, I like this already.
I let in they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December. At your family, my dog paid me that cut. Taste like candy. My dog out laying them low and breaking little hot bar, smoking out jar, no fucking no star. Hold up, I got a call, man. Said it ain't cool. Yeah, got the money in the headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a good day. Bitch, fuck it up, drive, hop in my ride, baby that Dutch, bitch. Smoke pop shit, pop bitch, young nigga don't pop too much. When I let the propane outside, but your niggas doing donuts. Yeah, got the money in the head. I I ain't that motherfucking thug down, nigga. That shit beautiful than a motherfucker. My baby mama probably at the end of that bitch with a gold digging ass, nigga.
That's a really little good kind of scene at the end there. That's quite funny. How can they say the rainbow is so beautiful? His baby mom is right at the end of the rainbow. My favorite track so far. Great smoothness to it, like peanut butter. It's smooth, it's rich, it's elegant, and yet it's still a bit dirty. It's still a bit, but it's still like ooh. So maybe it is peanut butter, but it's the peanut butter with the bits. Get that bit of the crunch, is a bit of the griminess in the track, a little bit of the roughness and coarseness in the track, but overall it's that smoothness comes from the production and the harmony of the track altogether. Oh, this is very okay.
Your name hot as fuck, ain't for range this if you run. Fucking bitches ain't no cuffing bitches like them other niggas. Took the sipping bitch, I need a million. Getting people used to sleep up on me, now I'm seeking vengeance on me.
I find Isaiah Rashads' music so far quirky and smooth. He's definitely his own bracket, he's his own zone. But it's like majority of it is like you can tell he's really refined in his own bag. He has his own style and he likes to of course stick with it. It's very interesting to have, you know, the tracks we had from before, tracks like Dark Seed and R.I.P. Young, and it's just like they are smoother, and then you've got tracks like From the Garden and Lay With Ya, which is grimier, dirtier, more uncomfortable. You can see him touching two different types of vibes, but still his signature kind of quirkiness runs throughout. Definitely love that about this album so far. I do like Smino a lot, so seeing him work with Isaiah Rashads, and I was thinking they're kind of on a similar wavelength. I'm pretty sure this track will be very harmonious then.
Let me call up Isha to come over here. Keisha, we all about to get cool. Do you wanna play in the backseat part of my ride? Losing myself on
This sounds like some tropical Hawaii-ish music. Like, it sounds like that, like I'm on a getaway.
Break it up, pick it up, pick up the pace. Easy, ain't no deep dives, trying to find no reason why I gotta be too. Only go live on Periscope. You know, everything literally get a little better when you speak loud and cursey. Oh, with you, little baby.
CLAYMORE definitely sounds like Hawaii, vacation, let's get away, let's run away, let's, you know, be lost in each other kind of vibes, like just lost in your environment, in your setting with another individual. It just feels like love on a massive scale. It feels like you're engulfed. It's like your environment is love and you're just engulfed, swimming in it, vibing in it, diving in it. That's what CLAYMORE sounds like. So there's no surprise that the lyrics are hinting towards some companionship, some kind of relationship, some kind of comfort with someone. There's no surprise there. Really liked Smino's verse, really liked his contribution. Quick, and it was quick and bouncy, added to the ease of the track. Next is Headshots, which I have heard, so we're gonna move on. Wait, I like this already. I'm adding this to the playlist straight away.
Screaming at homes and the phones, we all hurt. We all hurt. Tell me it's real like the fuck. We all need you. Lay in the field, bring it down. We all hurt. Life is all real. Laid on the floor, I was broke. It's all worth it. Hurt. Lay in the dark, where you at? It's our secret. If I'ma die, make it big. We all hurt. bitches, the funds is all over.
I really do like U Herb because of the, I don't know, the kind of running metaphor there is in the track, you know. I don't know, it also sounds like really drone like, because the flow of the lyrics is and that flow is constant throughout from beginning to end. It sounds like I'm mumbling. It sounds like you're just kind of getting the lyrics out of your mouth, just about saying the words, just about forming the sentence, the story. And the way that it's even the lyrics are said is all chopped up a little bit. Like you gotta kind of read it with a slight absence of words there to make it, that would have made it make immediate sense. So you're listening to it and you're like, oh, what's he saying, what does that mean? And then you're putting two and two together when you realize, oh, it's saying U Herb. U Herb's got me thinking of substances, natural substances, and it's got me thinking what they sound like they're on substances. It sounds like they're just trying to tide by, get by, which is a lot of what the lyrics mention. I love Hey Mista already. What the heck? I just love the production, the doo-doo, and it's like, it sounds really trippy. It sounds really like you're spinning and falling into like this topsy-turvy Alice in Wonderland kind of thing, and it's just really out of the box.
Bitch, don't sweat me when I'm hot. You want some leisure? I got a little horse, I got a little fortress. I was just having them days at the subway, and I hit Porsche. Hey, Mr. Every generation, too. For complications, though. In my Johnson waiting, bill. While you process them, bitch, you gon' tease like we was on stage when we was on porches. Some of them got a little play, they got a little horse, they got a little fortress.
You got a little horse, you got a little fortress, like, you know, you got a little bit of comfortability. It says in such a humble, chill way. I got a little horse, I got a little fortress. A little fortress? Come on. Fortresses are not little in nature. There's a sort of flexing in Isaiah Rashads' music. It always does seem like there's also deepness, a bit of pain in there as well. I haven't really had one wholly explicit flexing, typical, you know, I'm the one, the only, you know, braggadocious kind of rap track from him. Every song here might have had a little bit more of an egotistical stance, had a little bit more of a flexing, but there was always a deepness, there was always a pain.
Yeah, why try to break my heart, but try to infiltrate my mind. Don't lose me in your ribs. It's the nasty one, she feel fantabulous. I got my night out, please don't kill nobody up in here. Yeah, floating out of body, for some baby shit, give me this, give me that, give me, he never gave me shit. How you begging and you got still hungry, they peeping it. Clean the plate off and need you completely, we ain't leaving shit, I know that. Belly through the hood the other day in the safe. I ran into my older brother Dre. Say keto, beast mode. I'm still selling grams for a Pinot. On the streets, no West Side niggas got the cheat code.
This story is such a vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Oh my gosh, I really love the J-Rock and the J-Worthy feature. I always love to see J-Rock featuring someone, and J-Worthy, quite a new sound to me, quite a new artist to me, but his part I really loved. I liked the tone of his voice, really grizzly. But again, we also have Amindi kind of doing the chorus with Rashad, and I just love her voice. It's just so nonchalant and smooth. It's like she's trying, but she isn't. It's great smoothness and great tone to her voice. And this whole track in general, there's an ease to it. There's something about True Story that, it's like an easy gangster track.
Be my bitch, hit me up when I'm driving. And I swear it's when it ain't that for deep. I'm a better deep, and I'm a wet child. Ghost when I'm slaying deep, torch when I'm slaying deep.
Oh, Isaiah Rashad's music is so wholesome. I don't know how to explain it. He's just touching different elements of like the atmosphere. It's like, hey, let's go for this Jupiter vibe one day, then let's go for this Saturn vibe the other day. It's like, it really sounds something so futuristic, but at the same time, it sounds so nostalgic. And that's crazy, to have music that feels futuristic and nostalgic, like you've heard it before, like it's in your memory time, but then at the same time it's something you've never heard before. And it's really like that trippy music, like it's that music that you can definitely kind of vibe. It encapsulates that kind of high futuristic nostalgic vibe. like you know everything and yet you know nothing kind of vibes. I can't breathe. This is Dolce. She's amazing. What the hell? How could she? Are you guys deeping that she was just vibing and she said, let me throw in a few high notes in there? You thought I couldn't sing higher? Well, I can. I see flip it back and make a bun. When it's done, I link up. Oh, you know, I wish I could do it as smoothly and as suavely as she just did it right there. That's crazy. Oh, it's beautiful. But the fact that like the chorus kind of falls out, the main kind of droning bass kind of lessens, and it sounds like you're in the echo part of the track, but it's the chorus, and then you've got this feature sounding like he's speaking through a, is it called a megaphone? Those things, but sounding quite distant over the fallout in the chorus. You know, does it make sense what I'm saying? It's like the chorus is falling out. The chorus feels like a shadow of the main track, and to match that, we've got the features sounding distant. So it's like you fall out of the track and then fall back into it for the verses. Oh, beautiful track. I can't explain it, but it's just there's a magic to what you said.
So I said you ain't got nothing to live for, so you ain't got nothing to lose. But don't you do it. You say you got a new job, don't love. I'm from little bitch, fucking my rhythm. Nigga, I'm trying to make that my nigga. Drop that big back, still think back. Yeah, don't die, my dude. This shit's finna go down, no buzz. You see that habit goes both ways. They was digging in my pockets, I was digging in my pockets. You was looking to a light, and I was looking for a light.
Don't shoot. I love the meaning behind it. I feel like it's such a poetic and relaxed way to address such a serious situation, such serious life situations and life experiences, living in areas which your prospects seem low. You're forced to live a specific type of way because there seems to be no other way out. Living in such circumstances that's the only way you'll be able to really know what he's talking about. But the fact that he's relayed it in such a poetic way, it makes it so much more, I feel like it just was so impactful. Kind of gently easing in these really serious messages that some people may struggle to understand and struggle to really comprehend. He's kind of, in the most easy, beautiful way possible, trying to relay harsh realities and difficulties. I really do like Don't Shoot. Besides the message that it is giving and the struggles it is showing and trying to relate, it's also just very well produced and very harmonious. Everything that Isaiah Rashads has done so far is very harmonious.
Yeah. If I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be right Mercedes. I knew down the cash, go buy some more. If I hit the little gas and crash and die, down the smoke. Trapping out the macro, hey, serving at the Chevron. Little nigga got gone with the head ride. Yeah, that drink ain't feeling my face, ain't feeling no pain. It's why, baby, come down. If I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be right Mercedes. I knew it was less so you on that cup, remember niggas full like. If they talking about cash, but now I'm down, they down, let's go. I've been moving my stash around, cause I was watching. On top of your head, baby, like down, can you handle that high, can you handle yourself? I would still be right Mercedes. If I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be right Mercedes. If I wasn't rapping, baby.
Oh wait.
If I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be right Mercedes.
I love Chad. There's such a suave, cool element to it. I just love the hook, the feature again doing their thing on there. The feature YGTUT. Just great stuff. Nothing has really missed in this album. This album is definitely contending for one of the best albums of the year so far.
The way you suck a dick, you get a B+. You got it. The way you suck a dick, you get a Prius. You got it.
A Prius?
Dick, but she a Libra. That bitch can get $1 from this shit. It's that Belisa.
Wait. He can't just be saying my almost name, Libra and Prius. The way you do your business, you get a Prius? A Prius. Surely that's not really good then if you're getting a Toyota Prius. I mean, they're quite a resilient car. You know, they last quite a long time. And I swear they're good for the environment or something like that. But I mean, you wouldn't want to be worth a Prius. And she says no balance, but she a Libra? That's offensive. Oh my gosh. She can't get $1 from this. It's Ebenezer, because Ebenezer was stingy. Liking it so far, but wow, some really outlandish lyrics, but it's good. Who doesn't love a little bit of outlandishness?
Give her back to Jesus, cause if I try to keep it, she know I got niggas in my whip, looking at this shit like I won't bust. All my dogs got it fed up, but still jumping. Just imagine how niggas came up from the south, knowing them streets done did you dirt. She wanna fuck on the Benjamin, suck on my Benjamin.
Track, I kind of like 93 Freestyle. I mean, what don't I like about this album? To the track I'm quite excited about, because it's got Scissor and Black. Oh! Scars and bullshit, baggage and bullshit, you know, crash and control it, shit over peace, you know I read it right, I am with you, cause you do it for the guy, I've never had a reason, I'm gone, cause you hit the freeway, give us some love, I do this to it, I'm locked home, they got me, control it right, goddamn. What the heck is this song?
Oh. You ain't worth my time, can't get you off for moving silence. Did all your dirty in private. You over your time. You be lying to get right
Oh, I'm in pain from the pleasure I'm getting listening to this track. This is disgustingly, amazingly beautiful. Like, I don't even know how to think, how to feel. SZA's voice is just not allowed to be so smooth. She's not allowed to have such relatable lyrics. Someone needs to stop her. Stop her, lock her up somewhere, keep her there for a while, but let her out because I'll miss her. This track is so well composed.
Both my hands tied, but I still keep score. I bought all brown, she a cheater. That dress make you pop like a Libra. Clear right in the sky, just waiting on my shit.
You know what? This is amazing because there was a risk of this track being, there was a risk of this track trying too much, in a sense, being too vibey, being too R&B, being too, not even too R&B, but just being. SZA and Black, they both kind of have the same kind of approach in relaying their art sometimes, and so seeing them, you know, they're quite similar artists when they're both in their really emotional bag. So this track had a risk of being too much because we've got Rashad, who's already quite vibey, as I can tell, someone who really does relay emotions on such an easy, cool, calm, collected, smooth, silky way. And then we have Black, who's done that a lot, and we have SZA, who does that, like, is her bag, is like, she's amazing at it. So it's like, it was a risk of, whoa, these three artists coming together, would it be too much? But it's just right. It's everything and more. It's amazing. It's like, wow, the harmony of this track is not trying too hard, it's not doing the most, it's just beautiful, modern R&B, just, oh. I can't really say much about score. I have to move on. Yeah,
who's that fucking who's too much on the head? Yeah, who's that creeping in my window? Who's that fucking with my conscience? I was chain swing, still empty. Fucking old shoes and shoes, ducking, skydivers, loose cannons, cousins, real addicts, full timers.
Hey.
Who's that creeping in my window? Who's that fucking with my conscience? I was no purpose in purchasing. I'm popping to the beach, top down, loud sound, see my peeps. Smoke a pound, stomach.
Oh, that sounds like top down. It be me and Timothy. As The Rain. It sounds like it's taking the beat from Missy Elliott's The Rain. It be me. The way it's falling and the way his flow just happened there. Yeah.
At the dojo. Who's that creeping in my window? Who's that fucking with my car?
This is the title track, The House is Burning. And in it, we've got Isaiah talking about some dark things, some things he's dealing with that are a bit difficult. And the chorus sounds really like almost evil, like kind of like there's something creeping, something he's struggling to see. What's that thing messing with his conscience? What's that thing creeping at his window? What's that thing close to his home? The House is Burning is the title track, you know. There's even a detachment. It's not even the home is burning, it's the house. When your house is burning, you know, you gotta leave the house. And here we have the title track saying that in this title track, he's talking about all these things he's struggling with. Maybe these are the things burning his house, not making it a home. His drinking, his substance abuse, his moods, and his capacity to kind of just deal with and comprehend his emotions, his feelings, his struggles. It's like, these are probably the things burning the house, maybe. And a lot of it is addressed in this album loosely. All these struggles.
Yeah. I hope it all makes sense to ball like this, the larger dress. Never get yourself straight. Who the fuck is you gon' help me? I pray for many Thanksgivings. I pray that Tifa don't fall. Sparkle up your pinky toe. Hey baby, I have no read to stay, baby. My dream too big for this city. In Myrtle Beach, a vacation. I'm your favorite partner, your beach. Smoke the meanwhile. Wait and got my tolerance deep. I'm going I want my payback. So how I sing it with that purple Power Ranger in my beings. I go up 1,000 years, 1,000 years. I want my payback. Have I been cheating myself from employed?
House is Burning. How do I express my love for this album in the first listen? It's crazy. Rashad, this is the first time I'm digesting your work from beginning to end, a body of work, an album. And let me just say, I wish I was digesting your earlier work when it was released. I wish I was on top of it like that. But my love for music is so large, and I always take my time to listen to things because there's so much to listen to, so much to keep up on. But here I finally got down to listening to Rashad, and it's just like, wow, this is a refined artist. This is an amazing artist. This is an artist that knows what who I'm not even sure if he knows how talented he is or knows how great he is at producing things that is just really artful, really well composed. So all I can say is that, you know, based on The House is Burning, probably one of my favorite albums of the year so far, and you know, Kanye still hasn't dropped, and so many people are still yet to drop. You know, Drake is yet to drop, even Pusha T yet to drop. So it's like, I am saying big words here, but The House is Burning is probably definitely in my top 10. Like, there's no disputing it. This is such a solid album. This is such a concrete album. It's an album that's so conclusive and wholesome, so nostalgic, and still so new and fresh at the same time. That's definitely my statement for it. I'd say it's refreshing. I'd say it's new, but yet it's nostalgic. It's like, it takes me back to memories I've never had. It takes me back to a life I've never lived. And yet it takes me to a life I'm yet to live, and things I'm yet to know. It's crazy. Definitely rate it highly, because does it make creative sense? Yes, I feel like it definitely does. I feel like this album is aiming to be cool and elegant and still having spouts of griminess in there, which makes sense. The spouts of griminess in there don't completely dislodge or just completely change the destination of the album, if you know what I mean. It's like it adds to the journey of the album, and it really does make it feel much more wholesome. I do therefore feel like this album has a lot of creative sense, just because of how every track seemed to be so well placed, adding to this feeling of nostalgia and newness and elegance and calmness, a tad bit of griminess and darkness and dirtiness. I feel like there's a lot of boom tracks. I mean, I like every single song in the album, and it's a 16-song album, and every single song I liked. That is, to me, this is album material. This is what you should aim to do. You should aim to have for every song to be a chapter of one conclusive story. That's definitely what it feels like. And therefore, does this album take me on a journey? Yes, it does. We started off with it was a little bit more rough and a little bit more edgy with a few of the rougher tracks at the beginning. By the end of it, it's becoming very reflective, very deep, and very exposing. So I do feel like it takes you on a great journey. Therefore, The House is Burning, to me, is probably going to get an 8.5 out of 10, 8.5 to 9. Solid material. It could just get a 10 out of 10 because I really don't see why. I don't have any reason to dislike it or to not like it right now or anything to critique about it. It's definitely just something that's just sat with me so well on the first listen. But rating things highly on the first listen is something I really don't like to do. I like to rate things highly after listening to it so many times. But, you know, music is music, and if it hits you so well and if it feels like a 9 out of 10 to you on the first listen, then you just gotta enjoy that high that you're on, that you're rating it so highly. But yeah, I'd probably rate it a 9 out of 10. I would love to get I'd love to get this album on vinyl. That is my reaction review to Isaiah Rashads' The House is Burning. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button down below and even comment down below of your thoughts. I'll see you guys all next time.